So have you ever had like a big fat Jimmy Neutron brain blast moment? Oh my god.
Like a super thought hits me and I'm kind of like, whoa.
Yeah, like a super thought, or like maybe like the instance that I'm thinking of is like you come to a realization of something, like the math has mathed.
Oh yeah, where it just like clicks in your brain.
And you're like, oh, well, that's what that is. You're like, oh, I get that.
Yeah, the math is very mathing.
Right.
Gotcha.
Can I tell you about how my math has mathed as of a few hours ago?
Please do.
This is probably like an only a me thing. This is probably only me. Totally chill.
Mm-hmm.
So, I literally just walked into the door after going to a baseball game for like a friend's work event. We've got like a minor league team in the area, and they were like, we have like a local coffee shop in the area that one of our friends works at, Nina, friend of the podcast.
Hey, Nina.
And they messaged me like last week and was like, hey, are you doing anything like on this particular day? And I was like, no, not that I know of. That's usually my day off. Why? And she goes, oh, we're going to this baseball game and we're allowed to bring a +1. I was wondering if you wanted to go. I was like, yeah, sure, swag. Like, I'll go.
Nice.
I like baseball. But like, it's not that like I like baseball. I'm not like waking up and being like, I love baseball. But like, if somebody invites me to a baseball game, like, yeah, I'll watch the little like mascots race, and I'll watch the little baseball men with the big booties shoot balls and hit them and tackle each other and shit. Like,
it's something fun to do in the area. Like, why not?
Right, I love that. So, anyways, this has a point.
Okay.
I'm diverting a little bit. So, as I have spoken about like 1,012 times on this podcast, I love Super Mega. I love Super Mega so much. And more specifically, I mean, I love both of them, but more specifically, and it's going to become relevant very soon,
Yes.
I love Matt Watson, and I love Matt Watson's music. And actually, like, I think for 2022, my number one most streamed song on Spotify was Monopoly by Matt Watson. Like, I love the music video. I love the music video. I love the song. It's just so fun. And, you know, like, I was, like, I know every word. I was singing that shit in my car. I'd play it back when I was done. Yeah. Anyways. So, there's, like, a few, yeah. My main point is, I was at the baseball game. Nina, friend of the podcast. Also, guys, so sorry. I'm like very hungover right now. I'm very, very hungover right now. So it's 9.
She had a real good time.
It's 9 o'clock. It's 9:00 p.m. and I am hungover from a baseball game. What the fuck is my problem? Anyways, so, oh my god. So we go to this baseball game, and then, I was like, hey, Nina, it's hot outside. You want a snack? She said, sure. There's a Dippin' Dots stand right behind us.
And Dippin' Dots.
And I was like, ooh, slay, okay. So we walk over to Miss Dippin' Dots stand. And they've got like 4 flavors.
Okay.
Now, they're all the same size, same price. And for some reason, they have a spoon buried in the thing. But then they give you a spoon. I'm like, why are you giving me a spoon if there's a spoon in the Dippin' Dots? But
That's counterintuitive.
No, but it's because they bury the spoon when they manufacture the Dippin' Dots. They bury the spoon so far deep into the bowl that you can't grab it.
Poor marketing strategies.
So it's like you get secret spoon.
But you can't use secret spoon.
You can't use secret spoon. You just throw away secret spoon. Or you just do what I did and just scoop around this secret spoon. So anyways, we go over to the Dippin' Dots. And there's these 2 like 15-year-olds working at the Dippin' Dots. And they said, hey, y'all, we got like 4 flavors. And so they have like cotton candy, cookies and cream, cookie dough and rainbow ice. And so I was like, oh, that's cool. And so Nina chose rainbow ice. And I was like, wait a minute. Jimmy Neutron time.
Your wheels started turning.
My wheels started fucking turning
The
and
math
burning
started computing.
in the middle of the fucking baseball game. And I remember, see, everything I say comes with a point.
Eventually, yes.
Other than the fact that I'm hungover. Is that in my number one most streamed song, Monopoly by Matt Watson of Super Mega. You know, in the chorus. I don't even know if I remember all the words right now. But like the chorus of the song is like, girl, you cute, but you know that I'm cuter. Don't need to go outside. I got my friends on my computer. Cha-ching. 404, that's fine. You know I'm a troubleshooter. Let's go get some Hooters. Dine and dash like DB Cooper. Yeah, skirt. Rainbow ice like it's Dippin' Dots.
Brain blast.
I'm feeling like a honeybee in a flower shop. She's sucking so sweet. Girl, she got that lollipop. And then he does the little sound. You girl, I always laugh. Something about carrot top. Ha ha ha. I can't remember the words right now, but the important word is...
I am impressed you got that far.
The important words of this song. Rainbow ice like it's Dippin' Dots. And I was like, I need to get that rainbow ice for my boy Matt. So I sure did get that rainbow ice. And we're eating the rainbow ice Dippin' Dots while watching our little baseball game and watching the little booty men. But I will say, if I had to rate the rainbow ice on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being ass, 10 being gas, I would name it like a 7.
7's still a solid score.
Pretty good, but like visually looked really gross when it melted because it's like rainbow sherbet, and so it turned like black.
That's gross.
It looked like sludge. It was so nasty.
Nasty.
It was so nasty looking. Oh my god. So yeah, that was my brain blast moment. So speaking of rainbow ice like it's Dippin' Dots.
Yeah.
Hi everybody, welcome to the 21st inaugural episode of the Between the Fridges podcast. My name is Carly.
I'm Amanda.
And our third host today is getting real hungover over bagged wine.
Adult Capri Suns. Let's go.
They have these fucking wine packets.
No, was this at the baseball game?
At the baseball game.
Shit.
They have these like wine packets from a local fucking winery. They had 3 different kinds. There was like a I don't know, like a bitter red, a semi-sweet rose, a semi-sweet rosé, and a sweet white. It was like not sweet to sweet. They had 3 different kinds. And so I just did the semi-sweet rosé because I was like, I don't want to get too sweet. It's hot outside.
Yeah.
But then like I'd like downed this whole fucking thing while yelling at baseball players. But not like in a bad way. I'm like not one of those toxic minor league baseball fans.
You're not a heckler.
Yeah, like
You're
there was
not.
this like 13-year-old, no lie, this 13-year-old that was like sitting basically like right behind the batters. And so when the opposing team would go up, she would like scream and be like, "You suck!" And I was like, "I hope a baseball hits your fucking head."
She was real into it.
I was so pissed. And so then like I'm on the other side with like, you know, Nina's team. And I'd be like, you know, the opposite. We were at the dugout of the opposite team. And so they would go up and I'd be like, "You fuck it up, Terry. You fucking hit that shit, Terry." And there was like people next to me and they're like, "You do realize that's the opposite team, right?" I said, "Yeah."
But you're like, I'm not going to be rude.
If nobody else is going to cheer for Terry, I will. Terry, I'm here for you, man. And then he'd miss and I go, "It's okay, Terry. You can try again.
You're like, it's fine.
Meanwhile,
I got you.
I'm holding my fucking nachos and cheese in one hand and my 12.5% alcohol wine in the other.
Jesus.
And fucking downing it and just sucking it like a little 5-year-old toddler, being like, fuck it up, Terry.
You're like, Capri Sun, nachos. I'm set.
And then like the people that were like at the opposite dugout, like they would like turn around and they would look and they would laugh and I'd be like, what's up? What's your name? I'll cheer for you too. Number one, you've got a fat ass.
Oh my God.
Like, oh.
I love it. I love it.
Listen, I understand that your people aren't here for you because this is a home game and you aren't from here. I will, bitch.
You're like, I'll make you feel at home.
But then it actually was very funny because like at one point, the home team came up and they started doing everything and I did the same thing. I'd be like, Diego, you go, bitch. But then like the opposing team looked at me and they were like, what are you doing? I thought you were for us. And then like the team that I was with Nina, they were all like, yeah, what the hell? I was like, I root for everyone, bitch. I love baseball.
You're like, yeah.
I root for everyone, bitch. I love baseball. But the number one thing I was rooting for was a baseball that hit that fucking girl in the head who was just screaming at the opposing team. I'm like, let them fucking play. And she wasn't doing this until like the 8th inning. She was fine until the 8th inning. And I'm like, if
something snapped in her subconscious.
If she committed to the bit from inning 1 to inning 9, wouldn't have been pissed.
She's a 13-year-old. They are not going to think that far committing to a bit.
You're right. You're right. You right.
I was a stupid 13-year-old, and I'm sure you were stupid too.
You
at
right.
13. Like, who's gonna think about? Yep, commitment here.
Me
At 13.
I love committing to the bit.
At 13.
Yes.
I give you props. Then
can I pinpoint a moment that I committed to the bit?
Yeah.
Actually, yes, I can.
You committed to many a bits.
When I was 13.
When you were 13. Oh God.
I remember. Okay, I'm keep making this very quick, and then I have a question for you.
Okay.
I used to go to my friend's house for Halloween parties, and every year I used to pretend that I could see ghosts in her living room.
It was a I see dead people type shit.
Yeah. I literally lied to my friends and said that I could see ghosts. And that
that's a very like typical 13-year-old thing to do. I feel like,
oh my God, there's a ghost over there.
I'm like, oh my God.
I'd like
so scary.
I'd like stand there like frozen like a fucking statue kid because I'd be so scared. I'm air quoting right now. And my friends would be like, what's going on? What's going on? And I'm like, do you have an old woman named Belinda who used to live in this house? Because I'm telling you, she's over in the corner of the living room right now and she is pissed.
You pull like a That's So Raven, like freeze like a
literally I'm like, girl, have you not atoned for your sins yet? I think your grandma is over by the punch bowl and she is pissed. She is pissed.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
But back to my main point.
Yes.
Have you ever had a Jimmy Neutron moment? Okay. Have you ever had a Jimmy Neutron moment?
A brain blast moment?
Yeah.
Man, now that I'm trying to think of one, I can't.
Well, I guess this segment's over.
Oh my God, stop it.
Well, hey, speaking of segments ending, you did something fun last week.
I did do something fun last week. So did you.
Well, no, that was more like 2 weeks ago.
Was it 2? Oh, you're right. Okay, yeah, it was 2 weeks ago.
I'm asking about your thing.
Yeah. So last weekend was a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Brayden, friend of the podcast. Hi, Brayden. Me and Brayden went to Fan Expo.
Yes.
Philadelphia.
Yes, I was going to say, normally we do not disclose locations of anything for our own personal safety and well-being. However, I feel like this is totally cool.
This is very valid.
Yes, so this was Fan Expo Philadelphia.
So, yeah, we drove a while, and that was fun.
That was like at least from where you guys started. It was like at least 10 hours, right?
Yeah, give or take a couple, but yeah.
Damn.
It was quite an adventure. Also, off topic though, Fan Expo, like part of their interstate collapsed apparently. Like apparently part of their I-95 collapsed.
Part of Fan Expo's interstate collapsed? That's what you said.
Shut up. Part of Philadelphia's interstate collapsed, apparently.
Damn, I did see that.
Like a portion of it collapsed, and I'm just like, oh shit.
Rest in peace, I-95.
It's just a chunk of highway laying in the road. I'm just like, I'm good. Like,
rest in peace, I-95. I bet you would have loved B-Movie 2.
B-Movie 2. But yeah, I thought that was freaking nuts. I'm like, dude, that's some terrifying shit.
But you know what did not happen? You know what? The highway didn't collapse on you guys.
No, it did not, obviously, because we are home.
Yes, so you drove.
But yeah, we drove. We stayed in an Airbnb. First time I used Airbnb, so that was an experience.
Like good, bad?
Yeah, it was pretty good. Like, obviously we were in the city, so it was loud, but like, I mean, it wasn't bad.
Sure.
I mean, it was a good deal. You had like a shared space, but you had like fridge space and cabinet space and like your own private room, and it was like 20 minutes from the convention center. So like, it was pretty good. Although driving in Philadelphia was ass.
Yeah.
Like,
have you ever? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. Go.
I was gonna say, have you ever driven in a big city before, or is this like your first time?
I've driven in Pittsburgh a little bit, but not like anything crazy. So I mean, yeah, this is like my technical like first driving in a big city type deal.
Because I know that you've been to I remember you telling me you've been to like Cleveland and a couple bigger cities in California. You didn't drive in those?
No, we didn't drive in California. Okay. No, because we took the train out for my brother's graduation. So we mostly like Ubered everywhere. Cool. Walked.
Yeah, let the professionals take care of it.
Right, let the professionals drive.
Let Vin Diesel drive you to the local In-N-Out.
He's like, I'm going to drive across all 5 lanes of this interstate, and it's going to be fine. And I'm like, okay, Vin Diesel, thanks for being my Uber driver.
You know what? He would. He would. Anyways, so you drove in Philadelphia, virgin big city driver. How'd it feel?
It was anxiety inducing. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Like, Raiden mostly drove because it was their car, like, but still just driving, like, because we split it, like,
yes,
halfway drove, paused, halfway drove. So it's like I drove the leg into the city to get us there, and then I drove us out halfway and back home.
Yes.
So like that was,
they were so real for that. Because honestly, bitch, I would have done the same thing.
I mean, hey, we got there to and from in one piece, and it wouldn't be an adventure if something didn't happen. So like, I felt kind of bad because it's like their window popped out the track. Like, we're in fucking Philadelphia, and we're trying to pay for parking at the end of day 2. And it's just like, what do we do? Because it like popped out the track and wouldn't go up. So they're calling their mom. And so we go to the AutoZone and get like, you know, one of those things to put over the window and like duct taped it. And we're like, well, good enough, I guess.
The fact that y'all had a duct-taped window in the inner city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania is so on brand.
But you know what? The neighbors were really nice, though. They were like a mix of like, there was like an older gentleman, and then I don't know who else was there, but it was like an older gentleman and then a couple like middle-aged dudes, and they were super nice. So they're like, are you guys okay? Da-da-da-da, because we're like trying to tape up the window and all of that and like seal it in case it rains. But no, they were super nice, and there were a couple ladies. It was always, hey, how you doing? Good morning. Did you guys have fun? Da-da-da. So they were super nice. So I very much appreciated that.
Yeah, I love that.
So I'm just like, thank you guys for being nice and checking on us and making sure we're okay, because I know y'all know this is an Airbnb. So that was very, very helpful at like, easing our minds a little bit.
Yeah.
But no, driving with that shit in your ear was ass. Like, it's just like the entire fucking way home. And I'm just like, I can't hear, my ears popping. So, like, we pulled off halfway to switch, and they're just like, yeah, I'm just taking this off. I was just like, dude, I don't blame you. And then we could actually hear each other and talk on the way home. And I was like, wow, thank you for being a smart person, because that was ass. Very loud. But at least we know what to do if something happens to your window. And I always say it's not a road trip if at least something always happens.
Yeah.
Something always happens.
Don't say that, because we have a not as crazy long of a drive.
Not necessarily bad.
But we have a trip that we're taking at the end of next month.
That is true.
So don't fucking say that, because I'm assuming that I'm driving, and I swear to fucking God, if you put a hex on my vehicle, I will kill myself.
I am not putting a hex on your car. It doesn't necessarily mean bad. Does not mean bad.
Do you think Matt Watson and I are gonna make out at the meet and greet?
I mean, dude, I don't know.
You said it's not a road trip unless something crazy happens.
It could happen,
That's
man.
crazy as hell.
It could
Everybody
happen.
put a like on the video if you want me and Matt Watson to kiss at the Matt Watson tour.
But hey, any memories, that's all I'm saying. Memorable shit sticks in your brain.
Oh, I remember that,
Oh,
bitch.
I'm sure you would. I'm sure you would. But oh my gosh, yes, it was so much fun.
Yes, I'm so sorry.
No,
I
dude,
just derailed us.
It's totally fine. Shit happens. But no, it was so much fun. Like, it was like my first kind of big Comic-Con Expo type deal.
Yes.
I know, we talked about this. We've had, like, they do local ones here, but it's like, at like the smaller convention center and at like the library. Yeah. But like, this is like big scale type deal. So I was super excited.
Right. At the tiny conventions that we have, like in our city, it's like, hey guys, come out to the convention center and you can meet some really cool people, like Extra 26 from The Walking Dead, and fucking Dick Clark, and fucking Andy Dick, and
I think at like the
Dickie Spade.
The last one I went to, like pre-COVID, it was 2019. They had like some random Power Rangers, and then like I don't remember her name, but she was one of the ladies from like American Horror Story Freak Show. I don't remember her name, but she was like the little lady.
She's the only one I know from the entire American Horror Story franchise besides Evan Peters, and that is Pepper. I don't know her real name, but I know.
Oh, is that the lady with the teeth? Or like,
yes.
I don't remember. I've never watched.
Oh, it wasn't Pepper?
No, it was like the little teeny tiny lady, whose name I very much don't remember.
I don't know.
I'm consulting Gene Oogle.
Okay.
It's up by Gene Oogle. It's up by Gene Oogle.
Okay, I found it. I cannot pronounce her name, and I do not want to say it wrong. But she is the actress that played Ma Petite.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see.
Like, I knew who she was because one of the girls I used to work with was going to meet her. But other than that, it was like, yeah, some random Power Rangers and then her. And that was really, really it.
Damn. Yeah, like, full respect. Like,
Oh, absolutely.
full respect if you want to meet Ma Petite. But also, what a random, like...
Yeah, I thought that was just like very off the wall.
Yeah, what? It's just like, oh, well, Evan Peters isn't available to do the meet and greet, so why don't we get Evan Peters' cousin from season 2 of American Horror Story here? That's close enough, right?
You're like,
guys?
it's fine. It's the same wheelhouse, right?
Yeah, they won't tell a difference. They're in a little town. They're stupid.
Oh yeah, we're so stupid.
Anyways, so
yeah, so we went down, like, we're trying to be proactive. So we went down a day before to kind of just, get there and get settled, and then we left the morning after. So like we got down there on a Thursday, and then we left on Monday, like it was before noonish, but still like Monday afternoon, like 10:30, 11 o'clock.
yeah.
So yeah, so day one was Friday. It was pretty chill. Just kind of like walking around, getting accustomed to things. But no, it was super cool. There were a lot of like artists and vendors. Like the artist alley was super cool. I found you those cool stickers from Haikyuu. Yeah, like that was apparently you got Haikyuu stickers.
Oh my god,
they're so cute.
I'm so excited to put them. I'm trying to figure out like how to stick them because I don't want to just like stick them on like random things. I'm terrible with fucking stickers. Like I just hold on to them for too long because I'm like, I don't know where to put you. But yes, they're gonna go in a really great spot. I'm so excited when
I thought they were so cute, and they were like literally one of the first things I found. Like we turned the corner, and Rain's like, "Oh, I know this artist." I was like, "Oh, Haikyuu stickers! Oh my god!" So that was super fun. Shoot, Friday. It was actually really helpful. I've been following like their Twitter page for Fan Expo Philly and like the Instagram page. They actually had an app you could download, which was really cool and really helpful.
Oh, that's cool.
You could go through and like like the things and panels you were looking forward to. And then they would send you reminders like 15 minutes before they started. So I thought that was really cool and helpful because they would just send it to my Apple Watch. Oh, cool. They still have it up here, like in the things that I liked. But yeah, we kind of just, there weren't too many panels that night.
Yeah.
So like we started out, we walked around, we went to like a indie comic panel, like to start it off. Like, so that was really cool. They gave some really neat advice. And then Friday night, we sat in on the Dante Bosco panel. That was awesome. Dude was so cool, super chill. Like he was just talking about Hook. He was talking about Avatar. Just very chill, very cool panel. Like everybody was hype.
Yeah.
Like he was super excited.
If you guys don't know who Dante Bosco is, he's most known for voicing my childhood love of my life, Prince Zuko in Avatar: The Last Airbender, and he did play some kid in the Hook movie with Robin Williams. But I don't remember his
essentially
name.
Breakout role as Rufio
in
Hook. And also, I totally forgot this until I started talking about it on the panel. I was a Disney Channel kid, so my brother and I watched American Dragon. Jake Long, he voiced Jake Long, the American Dragon.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy as hell.
I totally forgot. I'm just like, oh yeah, he did do that, didn't he? Yep.
The whole time?
The whole time.
The whole time.
The whole time he was, I think I've recorded him talking about, he was like, yeah, talking about being Zuko and then talking about being Jake Long at kind of like essentially similar times. He's like, yeah, I get to do this over here. And then, yeah, I get to do this over here. But no, he was super chill. Like, it was a fun panel. He was really engaged with people. Like, so that was cool to see.
I really like his videos on TikTok that are like, he has like a little series that he does called, I think it's like royalty check roulette or something like that, where basically he has like this stack of royalty checks from like shows he's been on or like movies he's been in that are in streaming right now. And he picks one and he'll like talk about the history of like, you know, if it was on like one episode or if it was like a series regular or whatever. And then he opens up the check, and then based on how much he gets is going to determine what he eats for dinner that night. So like,
that's actually kind of cool.
The one video that I had seen recently was he had pulled a check from his guest appearance, I think, on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So he talked about being on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, that he got like $27, and he's like, I'm going to get me a hot chicken sandwich. I was like, you're so real.
That's amazing.
So anyways.
But that was super fun. Like I said, it was just Friday, of course, being like the first day and kind of a shorter day. We were just kind of walking through, like getting the lay of the land, figuring stuff out. Saturday, like I said, I've never, been a part of the whole bigger convention expo type deal, but Saturday was fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah.
Like everything was just busy. There were people everywhere. Like there were a lot of cool cosplays though. They had like a cosplay carpet, red carpet and stuff. They'd like take your pictures and stuff. Mm-hmm. So that was super cool to see. Like everybody kind of just dressed up and doing their own thing. Trying to think of some cool ones I saw. There were some cool Spider-Man ones. There were some people dressed up as Pokemon. There was an Ash and a Misty. Mm-hmm. There was I pointed out to Raiden. I was like, Raiden, they got the Yu-Gi-Oh hair. Like you could see the straight up person across the room, the wig and everything. I'm just like, look at them with their Yu-Gi-Oh hair.
So funny.
So that was cool. What other ones? Yeah, just and there were some that I knew, some that I didn't. There were a lot of like anime. Some that I've like seen in passing, like, oh, I know this is an anime, but I don't know what this is. Or like just random things. Or it's like, ooh, I know this is from a movie, but I can't think of what it is right now. Mm-hmm. But like you could see that people like took time and effort into it. There were a lot of Little Mermaid ones, obviously, which was cool to see the different iterations. Because Jodie Benson was there, the original voice of Princess Ariel. So she was super nice. Yeah. Her panel was on Saturday. That was like one of the first ones we went to. But she was super nice, really excited to like just talk about things. And, with The Little Mermaid being released, she was super supportive of the movie and she's just very, very kind, like taking people's questions, being patient with them. Like, and that's one thing that I pay attention to. I think just like people and body language, just because of like the psychology thing. Sometimes I don't do it on purpose, but it's just like, oh, you pick up on like the nuances and things that come across,
Right. Sometimes you look at my body language and you're like, that girl's fucking crazy. I don't know what the heck. But that's totally chill. Like I do the same thing.
No, oh my God, no. You can tell if like people aren't actually like legitimately like, I don't want to fucking be here. Like, bleh. But no, like, and for the most part, it was that way with a lot of the panels. Like you could tell that people were super excited to be there. She answered people's questions. She sang for us. It was super exciting. She sang Part of Our World. And I was like, girl, you're going to make us all cry in this room.
Or like she was going to make you cry. You're probably going to shit your pants.
Shut up.
No, I say that in a good way because I'm about to shit my pants at the end of July. So like, I'm just saying, you little Miss Ariel cup behind you, like.
Oh yeah, I do have my cup in here.
You do have your Ariel cup behind.
Thanks, Mom.
So like I get that, especially if like
it's like the nostalgia thing, dude. It's like, oh my God,
not just a nostalgia thing, but like you have so much like Little Mermaid and Lilo and Stitch stuff. So
I don't have that much.
You've got a decent.
I have like little trinkets.
You've got a decent amount of Little Mermaid and Lilo and Stitch memorabilia. I think you have more Lilo and Stitch stuff.
I probably do.
But you still have a lot of Little Mermaid things. Because I'm assuming Little Mermaid was your favorite when you were younger.
It very much was.
And then you attached yourself to Lilo and Stitch later. Yes.
Yes.
So, I can understand you wanted to cry and shit your pants and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're like, oh, here's this woman that I've heard talking and singing for
my entire life since I've been like 5.
and now she's a moving being doing this right here. I get it.
That's
no Tito Shado Pink Lemonade. That's just fact.
No, that's true. It was It was very emotional. It's just like,
Yeah.
man, because she gave her little monologue. She's like, I do this for you guys, and I want you to think back to like when you first heard the song and who you were with, and like maybe people that aren't with you anymore. And I was like, girl, you're getting us all in the feelings. All in the feelings. But it was so cool.
Yes.
That was awesome. Oh my gosh. What other panel? So that was Saturday. So that was a big one. Mostly Saturday, we kind of just walked around and saw like the bigger panels we wanted to see. We saw Sean Astin that day too.
Oh, okay.
So that was super cool.
There was a Sean Astin panel? Or
There was a Sean Astin panel.
Very cool.
So like that was awesome to see. Like he was super excited, very funny, very glad to be there.
He seems chill.
You know what? He was very nice.
I would hang out with Sean Astin.
He was like answering people's questions and like just like actively like engaging with the crowd. So that was really cool to see. Talked a lot about like Lord of the Rings, which was cool, which I still haven't seen Lord of the Rings. So I was like, oh, that's cool. But yeah, I know that was like a big thing for you. Cause like, you know, I remember him from my grandparents. They had a bunch of DVDs when we were younger, and like I remember him from like 50 First Dates, and obviously like newer generations know him as like Bob from Stranger Things. And then obviously he was in the Lord of the Rings, which was really, really huge. So he kind of just talked about his acting career and a lot about Lord of the Rings, which was pretty cool.
I just want to know if Samwise Gamgee and Frodo Baggins kissed.
You know what? We did not get that information. I don't know.
Anyways. I hope I remember to cut that out.
No. Oh my god. But yeah, that was super fun. For the most part, like people were trying to, you know, stay on time, but that didn't work. I've learned that there's no concept of time when it comes to conventions.
No.
It's like
I bet there's no clocks in there either.
You know what? Now that you say that, I don't think so.
That's why.
I don't think so.
There's like no windows.
Oh my god.
No windows.
No windows.
Fluorescent
No
lights.
nothing.
No clocks.
No nothing.
Just you, your thoughts, and fucking Steve from Blue's Clues.
Steve from Blue's Clues. No, oh my god, yeah, his panel was that day too, though. His panel was Saturday. So like, just even though I didn't directly get to meet them, it was like you still got to interact and like see their panels and stuff, which was super cool. He talked a lot about that he didn't realize that like that video that he released in pandemic would mean so much to people, and it meant so much to him. And he's like, hey guys, I'm still here. I still care about you. We're just like, Steve, you're gonna make this group of older people cry right now. But yeah, he was talking about like a lot about that and just his experience on Blue's Clues. And he was like, yeah, it was literally me sitting in a room talking to myself for like the first season, just trying to figure shit out. And I'm just like, all right. I mean, valid. That's so valid. And how he like mentored essentially the other two. And he's kind of like, yeah, I just get to show up and do stuff now. I don't have to do the hard work of like talking to inanimate objects and whatnot.
Slay.
So yeah, his panel was a good time. Another one I sat in on, so Raid and I kind of broke off for a couple ones for like some panels that they weren't interested in, or like vice versa with me. So I sat in on the cast of Arrow, like from the CW. Yeah. So they had Dave Ramsey, Stephen Amell, and Emily Bett Rickards on.
Dave Ramsey?
Yeah.
The guy who did the fucking financial wellness
No,
program?
David Ramsey, like that dude.
The viewers can't see that.
I'm showing it to you.
Who is he?
He is part of the show.
Who does he play?
He doesn't, I mean, well, technically they were like teasing with the whole Green Arrow thing, but he plays John Diggle. Like essentially his bodyguard.
He plays Diggle. Okay,
Yes.
guys, he plays Diggle. He did not create the Financial Peace University starring Dave Ramsey of the Christian era.
No, we are not talking about that.
I actually found a copy of Dave Ramsey's Financial Peace University at a Salvation Army for $5.
Are you serious?
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago, and I was so close to buying it because I thought it would be funny.
You're like, I just want to know.
But I also did not want to buy Dave Ramsey. Anyways,
Why would you want to?
But I would buy Diggle Ramsey. So you saw Diggle Ramsey, Mr. Arrow, and his girlfriend at
Yes.
Oh, and she's so cute. I would kiss her.
I'm just like, all right, I'll watch Arrow again. It's fine.
I would kiss
It's fine.
I would kiss her.
She's so pretty.
I would kiss her.
Go for it, dude. Go for it. Give her a little smooch. That's for you, girl. That's all for you.
This is. Hold on, one more.
Third time's the charm.
Anyways.
Oh my god. But no, dude. So highlight of my Saturday, I got to meet Henry Winkler. Henry Winkler!
The love of your life has finally
So you say.
Presence.
So you say.
The love of your life.
Just because he was a childhood crush of mine.
The love of your life.
It's like you with Peter Brady. Except I knew that he wasn't that age anymore.
Yeah, I was stupid.
No, you weren't
Rub it
stupid.
in, like, she's
you
dumb.
weren't stupid.
Rub it in. She's dumb as hell.
No, oh my god. But dude, yeah, just figuring out how to get around the convention center was kind of like a world of its own. And I'm just like, okay, I have my little ticket. I was like, where the hell do I go? So they had like these crew people in orange shirts. And I'm just like, hey, crew person, I need assistance. Where do I go for this? Like, and they're like, oh, you go downstairs and da-da-da-da. So I'm just like, I had to find like the open part and go around and go downstairs. Cause it was like, it was a big open layout. And then they had like the main panels at like this portion of the hall they closed off.
Yeah.
And then you could literally like only go down and around one way. So I'm just like, how the hell do I get out of here when everything looks the same? But oh my god, so like you had to go downstairs and go down the escalators or stairs and then like walk down and go to the left and all the way down.
You know, slide down the eels, go
like
up
in
the
very
escalators.
Basically, yeah, you had to
Patrick, SpongeBob.
Right, go down the fire poles, climb over things, you know, just figuring out where the hell you had to go. So like in the basement, in like this big ass room in the basement, and it's just like, I mean, I called it a basement because it was like this big open room with basically like taped lines on the floor of where you're supposed to go. And we're just like, I think we're supposed to be here. And I showed the man my ticket. He's like, yeah, you go this way, that way, and look for this person. I was like, okay, sir, thank you. So we're just hanging out, waiting in line. Like, he was so nice. He came out and he's like,
the security guard?
Henry Winkler.
Henry Winkler.
Henry
von Zubeli Snook Pop.
Oh my god, but yeah. So he came out, he's like, I'm so sorry it's taking so long. And he like apologized to us. And I'm just like, oh my god, it's Henry Winkler.
What the shit you sound.
Dude, I really was though. I really was. It's like, you know.
Was he like, so did you get like an autograph and a picture or just a picture?
So with him, I just got a picture. He did have a panel later in the day, which I also sat in on.
So anyway, sorry. I just wanted to make sure.
No, you're good. Yes, I just got a picture with. Would help if I could English. Jesus. But yeah, it's like you go up and then they scan I had everything on my phone, so it's like they scanned my little QR code and I waited in a line, and he's like just standing there being all happy and excited to meet people. And like I walked up and he's like, hey cutie. I'm like, oh my god, it's like your grandpa. Like, hey. What's up, Henry Winkler?
Hey guys, Henry Winkler called Amanda cute, so you know what that means?
He was adorable.
No, you know what that means?
What does that mean?
Wedding bells. Church. It's time to get married, everybody.
No, oh my god, I want to just adopt him as like a cute little grandpa.
Everybody come to the church of Between the Fridges on August 24th. No, actually, we need to change that because that's my parents' anniversary.
Not on your parents' anniversary.
9/11.
Maybe your mom would be cool with that. She did say she was like in love with Henry Winkler, right? I don't know.
We need to have the wedding on 9/11. We need to change We need to change the meaning of 9/11. 9/11 will forever be known now. Get rid of the tragedy. They say never forget. Sure, never forget that, but always remember the holy matrimony of Amanda and Henry Winkler. Anyways,
no, he
called
was
you
so
cute.
nice. He was like, he's like your little adorable grandpa. I was like, I want to adopt him. Can I please adopt him? He's just
put the papers in.
Put the papers in. He is now.
Put the papers in.
He's now my grandfather. But no, he was super nice. The picture actually turned out really cute.
It is very cute.
It is very cute. All those pictures are on my Instagram. If you guys want to take a look, go for it.
Her Instagram is its_Amand_. It's also in the description of the episode and also in the bio of our Instagram if you would like to look at that. Anyways.
Yeah, but like it was cool because like for both the photo ops I had, it's like you get a printed photo and then I opted to get like a digital as well.
Yes.
So I thought that was cool. But yeah, a lot of waiting, which I mean I anticipated. Like it was kind of crazy. Which I
play a lot of Subway Surfers.
Dude, I was just kind of like, yeah, just hanging out, figuring it out. But yeah, so I went to his panel later in the day, and he was just like very professional, like very kind to people, like the people that wanted to go up and ask questions. He's like, hello, how are you, what's your name? Like he treated people in a very like, okay, you are a person way.
Yeah.
And I thought that was very cool. I very much appreciated that because I know, and just depends on other factors, but sometimes it's just like transactional.
Right.
So I thought that was very cool. Like he gave his little spiel, talked about his life and coming up, and like he gave some anecdotal stories. But yeah, it was a very good, informative, just nice time to be there in that panel.
Right.
So that was cool. So that was basically day 2, and that ended with, our car window escapades. So just like try to figure out how to get there for day 3. So day 3, Day 3 was the end of the weekend, right? And so day 3, I met Joseph Quinn.
Yes, Eddie Munson.
Yes, Eddie Munson.
Eddie Munson.
Eddie Munson.
You're like, for Saturday, you were like, I went to this panel, I went to this panel, I went to this panel. By the way, I met Henry Winkler.
No, Saturday was so fun, though.
Sunday, you were like, fuck it all. I met Eddie Munson, bitch.
Oh, my God. No, dude. So, and I know about, like, kind of the low-key drama that happened. So
yes.
So Raiden said something first, and she's like, I don't think Joseph Quinn's gonna be here. Look at this like Instagram post, and I'm just like, I mean, shit happens. You can't make the embassy go any faster or like not have your work visa quicker. So basically, what had happened with that is they're just like, we don't know if he's gonna be here, guys. We'll give you more updates because he was waiting to get his work visa back from the embassy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So obviously it's like, dude doesn't have his work visa. Dude can't come to America and obviously work. So the girlies were quaking. They were freaking the fuck out.
The Eddie Munson girlies, the ones who spent like $17,000 just to get there. They're like, you mean to tell me that Eddie is not going to be there? Eddie, baby. Oh, I'm
no, dude,
so
though,
sad.
they were freaking.
Yeah.
They were freaking out. Like, I was just looking at the comments and stuff. I was like, dude, I get it. Yes, did I partially want to come to this because I wanted to do some of this shit for my birthday? Absolutely. As a birthday present to myself? Yeah.
They're out here, like, writing in the chat. They're like, I'm crying my eyes out with dust. And we're playing TNT. I'm so sad. Why aren't you coming? But it's like, bitch, he didn't put in his papers on time.
He did, though.
Well, I don't know him, so I don't fucking care.
I mean, I was just, like, looking for the facts, dude. But, like, I mean, it still should have probably been put in earlier because, you know, shit happens. But it's like, dude, y'all can't just make things happen or make things go faster. Like, it's just not life. But yeah, I was like, okay, whether he's here or not, I'm still gonna have fun and I'll get a refund if not.
Yeah.
So cool. But it came through like, I think it was like Saturday afternoon. They're just like, hey y'all, he's coming. And I was like, oh shit, he's coming.
Oh, shit.
That's exciting.
He's ejaculating.
Shut up. Oh my
LOL.
God. But no, so basically he was fitting 3 days worth of stuff into one day.
Soldier.
I'm just like, this poor man, but okay, sir. Like, honestly, if you didn't want to be here, you wouldn't be here. So. But yeah, so I'm like, if he didn't want to be here, he would not be here. Mm-hmm. So for that whole setup, it's like on the second floor, like you had the people's tables for autographs and pictures and stuff, and then like the photo op is downstairs. Mm-hmm. Yes, but for him, all of his stuff was going to just be strictly downstairs. Mm-hmm. So they're going to keep it in one spot because they were obviously fitting 3 days worth of stuff into one day. Mm-hmm. So I had to like go up and go to his table that was set up and like get a ticket with a time and all of that stuff for my autograph. Right. So got my autograph in the morning. I was like scheduled for 12:30. And so I did the thing. I went down. Raiden got to sit in on the Shamik Moore panel, which was cool because like In the Spider-Verse just released.
Oh yeah.
Return to the Spider. I can't remember what the technical title is right now.
Across the Spider-Verse.
Across the Spider-Verse. Thank you.
Across the Spideyverse. Oh, that's so fun. I'm glad that they went to the Shamik one.
Yeah, I wanted to go to it, but I was like, well, I can't do both. So have fun. Please let me know how it is.
Sorry, I have my morning Hellfire Club meeting.
Shut up. But no, I waited in line. Like I met some cool people. We were just chilling, hanging out. But yeah, he was so nice. So like you get up there, you get your little photo. No, he was very nice.
Wait, this was the autograph, right?
Yes, this was the autograph section.
Okay.
So technically I got to meet him twice because I got a photo and an autograph. So I thought that was cool. Just because I was like, again, I want to do stuff early for my birthday. Like this is my present to myself.
Yes.
Cool. So, you picked out your photo and they had you go through the line. And I am very proud of myself because I remembered how to English with both Joseph Quinn and Henry Winkler. So I didn't sound like an idiot. So that was awesome.
Yeah.
So I just like walked up and he had my photo and he was just like super nice. I'm just like, hi. He's like, hello, how are you? I can't do a British accent. Otherwise I would right now because I'm thinking.
Hello, darling.
He's like, hello. I don't even know.
Puppet. It's me, Mrs. Doubtfire. We're about to go to Hellfire Club.
Oh my God.
And play Dungeons and Dragons. What are you playing today? Are you playing a half-wood elf, magician, wizard? I'm Eddie Munson from Hellfire Club.
Wow, you got it spot on. How did you know that's exactly how our interaction went?
I had a drone.
Yeah?
Had a drone, bitch.
Wow, you were
got in for free, motherfuckers.
A+ friend for that. Oh my God.
Anyways, so
but yeah, so
he said, "Hello, Puppet. I'm Eddie Manson from Stranger Things and Hellfire Club."
Yeah.
Anyways,
but no, he was super nice. I just went up. I was like, "Hey, how are you doing?" He was like, "I'm doing fantastic. So happy to be here. How are you?" Da 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 da. And chit chatted like that, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much." He's like, "Thank you for being here," and da da da. And I shook his hand, and he was like, "There you go, darling. Have a wonderful day." And I was like, "I'm about to have a wonderful day. Thank you."
I would have licked that shit. Not licked his hand. I would have licked mine.
Dude,
consumed.
I am publicly simping right now. I don't even fucking care. The fit, though, his outfit.
Wait a minute. What'd you say?
I am publicly simping.
I'm publicly simping right now.
I'm publicly simping.
It's time!
Hey bitches, are you ready to snap? Cause it's tip of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Tip of the week, bitch.
All right, everyone. It's very obvious now that the simp of the week is Joseph Quinn. Anyways,
Simp of the week is Joseph Quinn.
Keep going.
Yes.
So
Oh my God, the fit.
Yes.
At the autograph signing, like he had his little cap on. He had the glasses. I'm just like, the glasses.
Yeah, he needs those bifocals.
The little he had a little black t-shirt, jeans, fit, belt. So, you know, the panel was next. I did not go to the panel of him and Grace just because there were so many fucking people. I'm just like, I get to meet him twice today. It's fine.
Right. You're
right.
right.
This is fine. So, you know, and half the time I see that shit pop up on my TikTok anyways. Mm-hmm. So I'm just like, I get the recaps. It's fine. Yeah, so we walked around a little more. And then my photo op was at like 3 something, like 3:20, 3:40, one of the two, because it got moved back. Okay. Obviously, with everything happening. So, you know, waiting in line, just hanging out, because this was like our last stop of the day. Raiden was like hanging out while I waited in line, because I was like, I'm not going to make you come wait in line with me for these things. Like, we're both here to have fun and do our stuff. Yeah. So, waited in line. The photographs was very, very quick. Oh, yeah. I'm like, sure. Obviously, I know, like I said, I've seen people on TikTok, like, recording their little interactions and shit. And I was like, that's kind of rude, though. Like, dude, they ask you guys to not use your phones and shit. Like, I understand, but at the same time, I'm like, no, this is, you know, you gotta make sure you're being respectful and still treating them like people. Because at the end of the day, yes, they are actors, but they're still people. Like, treat them with respect and don't hound them.
You may be simping this week, but you're simping for a person, bitch.
I'm simping respectfully. But yeah, so we're waiting in line.
Simp respectfully for real people. If it's an imaginary person, be as vile as you fucking want.
Carly knows firsthand because of her love for, what's his name?
Everyone.
No. Why can't I remember his name right now?
It doesn't matter. We're talking about Eddie Munson. Anyways,
yeah, so I'm waiting in line, you know, the lines were moving pretty quick.
Military, Marines.
Honestly.
The Marines were following.
It was like, literally was like, go through, scan, hey, picture, bye. But still, no, he took the time to, you know, he was still very kind, very respectful, even though, you know, things were bebopping along. You know, had to scan my little ticket. I got in there. I was like, my brain was like buffering for a minute. And they're just like, it's your turn. He's like, come on, dude. I was like, oh, okay, I'm coming. Like, hey.
Oh my God, he waved you over?
He did. He waved me over. He's like, come on. I'm like, ah!
I would have folded.
Dude, oh my God, I did.
But you mean, obviously you took the picture because you didn't fold.
I mean, I did not fold, and the picture came out very
like,
cute.
Come here, babe. I'm like,
very cute, because it's like like I said, the one girl I made friends with in line, like she had her photo op in the morning, and like so I saw the fit. I was like, okay, he's rocking a little jeans moment and like a black t-shirt. No, we had the leather jacket in the picture, bitch. I'm just like, oh my God, dying. He looked so good. But no, very nice, very respectful. Like I said, I was wearing a t-shirt. I had it like distressed in the back. So like you can see in the picture, his hand is like not touching me, like where it's cut up in the back. I was like, respectful king, thank you. Like, way to be. But no, he was very nice, very kind. You know, he's like, thank you so much. Have a lovely day, blah, blah, blah. On to the next. So I'm just like,
yes.
Ugh. It was so cool. I had the best time.
That's awesome. Did you do anything else on Sunday, or was just your whole day Eddie Munson-ified?
So, like I said, Sunday, honestly, I'm not even going to lie about it. Half my time really was waiting in the line. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, I'm trying to even think, because Sunday was a whole blur, because we were so tired. Like, it was awesome, but you walked so much. Like, I had, like, I think Saturday, the busiest day, I had like 20,000 steps clocked.
Wow.
Like, my shins were so sore. But yeah, mostly Sunday, we kind of wrapped it up. Like I said, my day was split up between those two things. Mm-hmm. And then we were kind of just going through Artist Alley, checking out a little bit more, because the crowds had thinned out by that point, aside from the people that were there for, you know, cashing in on their, you know, ops and all of that. But yeah, so Sunday was pretty chill. Like we wrapped it up. We met up afterwards because that was the con was done at 5. So I mean, 5 o'clock it was done. And I mean, I'm glad I got my stuff earlier in the day because like looking at the board, there were so many groups. There were so many time slots. Like people had time slots up to like 5:30, I think.
Wow.
So like 5:30, like 5:45. So I'm just like, I'm glad I got in when I did, just because it was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, all things considered, though, I think they did a good job handling things as they came. Like, I get it. Like I said, people were annoyed and people were sad and pissed or whatever. Because, like, I get it. It sucks that you didn't have more time with people, like, for something that you paid for. But I'm also just like, you can't control things when they happen.
Right.
Like, because at one point they're just like, listen, people were taking up too much time and kind of being ridiculous and asking for all these things and crazy poses and this, that, and the other thing. So it's just like, I understand, but also at the same time, you have to be respectful of people's time.
Yeah.
And I don't think that, you know, that was ringing true in everyone's brains. They were just like, oh my God, which again, I understand you're essentially starstruck, but like they're people and there are other people here waiting too. So you need to kind of be respectful of your fellow man, essentially.
It's for one, they're they're starstruck of the interaction, and then also like due to like the day and age that we're living in right now, everybody's obviously going to share their photos, and so they want to have like a memorable photo with the person that they spent this money for. But also it's this like, oh, I want to have that like that social media moment. I want to have that viral moment. Look at me and look at how cute me and Joseph Quinn are. We're doing a prom pose together. Oh my God, he's so nice. And it's not just about like taking in the core interaction of like, hey, I met this person and they're really great. Anyways.
No, totally valid, because again, I feel like parasocial relationships are a thing. It's like, yes, we've been taking in content. We've been taking in content and, you know, seeing these people in like different mediums, like, you know, YouTube, TikTok, movies, TV shows, whatever, like, and we put them up on a pedestal.
Yeah.
Like, but they are people. And so I think that's what I went in, you know, in my brain with. I was like, yes, I get to meet these people this weekend. This is so exciting. But they are still people. I'm going to be respectful. I'm going to be like, hey, is this like, can I put my hand here? Is this okay? Like, respectful consent is important. Like, I'm treating you like a human because you are a human. So like, again, treating people like people, because at the end of the day, yeah, they're famous, but they are a human being first.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
But yeah, it was one of the most longest but fun and exciting weekends of my life. I look back on it now. I was running off of sheer caffeine, lack of sleep, and just pure adrenaline.
Yeah. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate that entire weekend?
I would rate it like a solid 8.
Okay.
Like a solid 8.
Okay.
Just because it's like I look back now and I was like, okay, there are things I could have done differently, or like things I could have prepared better for. Like, one thing, just make sure you save money. Like, yes, I saved money to bring with me, but like, always bring a little extra.
Yeah.
Just in case, because shit's expensive.
Yes.
Because you forget about things like fucking parking and shit like that. Like, a parking garage was like $30. And I'm just like, this is gross, but you need someplace to park. So just like little things like that I learned along the way. But I would definitely do it again. Yeah. It was a fun time.
I was gonna ask you that.
It was a fun time. It was a good experience. Like I said, I am super glad that Raiden came with me, because that would not have been as much fun if I went by myself.
Right.
But yeah, go with buddies. Do the things, guys. Like, have fun.
Yeah. And that's important, you know, like if you like something, if you like find a friend or a family member to go with or whatever, like, take the chance and the opportunity, like, use your fucking PTO time, use your days off, use whatever you need to, and go fucking have fun.
We work hard for them.
Like, don't feel bad for like doing something like to fulfill your needs. It doesn't matter if those needs come from like, oh, this is like a nostalgic thing, and I remember watching fucking SpongeBob as a kid, and I just want to meet Tom Kenny, or like, even if you don't want to meet anybody at a convention, just being like, ooh, I just want to like walk around and hang out and like support the local artists and whatever, and like enjoy the panels. Fucking do that. Like,
honestly, yeah, because I remember back in January when kind of like, ooh, like they started announcing stuff. I was like, this is so cool. This is not that far away. Like, it was, I mean, far enough, but it's like, this is drivable. Like, if I start saving money now, I can do this.
yeah, because Raiden didn't do any meet and greets, right?
No, they did not.
Yeah. So, and I had messaged Raiden after you guys got back, and they said that they had a great time.
They
still.
did really, they did cosplays all 3 days. Like,
Yeah.
they are super talented with like their makeup skills and everything. Like, I'm just like, dude, this is cool shit. And that's what was nice. Like, even the smaller panels we sat on, you know, talking about, like I said, the comic panel or like cosplay on a dime type deal. Because I'm just like, that shit is cool. And like the community of people and the different people that you met and interacted with along the way, they were so nice and willing to talk to you and welcoming. And I thought that was just super cool just to see that, like to have that opportunity to share those types of experiences with other people that you just met at the fucking convention. Like, it was awesome. It is so cool to see just those types of interactions happen and just happen organically in an environment that's just supposed to be about fun and, you know, supporting, you know, the things that you like. Like, don't be ashamed for the stuff that you like.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what fucking conventions and shit are for.
Right.
So it was a great time.
Yeah.
Like, I would definitely recommend, like, guys, if you're going back and forth thinking about like doing X, Y, and Z thing, do it, because you don't want to regret it. Because if you do, you know, you never know what's going to happen.
Right.
So I definitely would recommend.
I love that. I'm so glad you went and that you had a great time, and like just overall, like I'm really, really glad that you went. Doing like new things can be difficult and can be uneasy and
Oh, absolutely.
all of that. So I'm just really glad that you stepped out of your comfort zone. I'm really proud of you for stepping out of your comfort zone and
Well,
doing
thank
something.
you.
You're welcome. It's like just doing something that you normally wouldn't. Because at the end of the day, you still had a really awesome time and a really amazing experience, despite it being the unknown, the unexpected, the unnatural, abnormal.
Like, absolutely. I still wholeheartedly believe in the cheesy cliche that everything happens for a reason. And and it's very true. Because, again, I know I said this when I turned 30. I was like, I want it to be the year of doing things and trying new things and this, that, and the other thing.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, okay, have I fully been able to fulfill all of those things that I wanted to? No, but is this like a cool stepping stone of just like, hey, this is something out of the norm, something different, something that you're interested in? Absolutely. And just taking kind of that step and that plunge and just doing something different was really empowering and very cool.
Speaking of being very empowering and very cool, hi guys, thank you so much for joining us for the 21st inaugural episode of the Between the Fridges podcast. Amanda, do you have anything else that you'd like to say before we close it out?
No, not really. Like I said, guys, do the thing. I'm super glad to be back and hanging out with you guys, and I hope you really enjoy this episode.
Hell yeah. If you guys want to follow more, feel free to follow our Instagram at Between the Fridges. If you have any submissions, wig nudge
Send us an email.
Send us an email, betweenthefridges@gmail.com. You can also find our link tree on our Instagram for all of our other social medias, where to stream the podcast, etc., etc. I also want to thank you all so much. Speaking of, since this will release a week after our episode with Zach, if any of you are new listeners, thank you so much for the support and the interaction and the engagement that you gave us because of that episode. We really, I mean, Amanda
we're super happy to have you. Like, Carly has been reading me like all the nice messages and things that she's gotten, and I'm like, oh, you guys are so cool. Like, thanks for coming and hanging out. And honestly, I hope you stick around and just keep hanging out with us because it's fun. It's a good time.
Yeah, absolutely. We love having new people join us from all different like walks of life and platforms and things like that. And we always we just want you to know that at the end of the day, no matter when you come to us, whether it was episode 1 or now or in the future, there's always space at the table for you here at the Between the Fridges podcast. So we really love and appreciate the support we've gotten from that episode and really hope that you guys do decide to stick around. And if you're only here for Zach, that's amazing, and we love you for that,
and we respect you for that.
Yeah, we love you, we respect you for that, and we love our little buddy boy. So totally understand if you're like, I'm only here for Zach, and if you're not Zach, get the fuck out of here. That's so valid. And we'll be right there listening to his podcast with Dorothy as well. So
thanks for filling in, buddy.
Yeah.
I
oh my gosh.
you.
And I mean, and I love like we've talked a couple times since the episode went up, and he had even said that like he really like just like really enjoyed like being here and like being involved, which is really cool. Because I know in the last episode, like he had talked about like, oh, like the podcast, like asking if I was cool with it or whatever. I will never assume. Like, you could tell me yes 100 times. I'm never going to assume when I say, hey, do you want to be a part of the podcast? I'm never going to assume that 101st time is going to be a yes.
Right. I mean, totally valid.
Yeah. And so it's a boundary thing. It's a respect thing. It's like,
for sure,
you know, and especially with somebody like Zach who has like more of a following, way more of a following than we do, obviously. We're tiny grassroots over here. Howdy yonder.
But we make it worthwhile,
but
y'all.
Like, I even told him, I said, you do not have to share a single thing. You don't have to share the podcast. You don't have to share social media posts. You don't have to tell a single soul that you did this. I just need to fill in, and I feel really bad asking my friends consistently. And I know you said you wanted to do it. So literally all I'm asking is you fill in. You don't even have to tell anybody. So the fact that he did tell people about it is way more than I asked for.
We appreciate you for that, dude.
So yeah, Zach, if you're listening to this, thank you so much for the fill in. Obviously, I've told you in person how, well, not in person, we're digital people at this point. But I've told you in conversation how I feel about you. I genuinely appreciate you. And literally just like your friends that you brought over here, you were always welcome at our table. So with that, all of that long-windedness, thank you all so much for being here this week and every week. My name is Carly.
My name is Amanda.
And we will see you all next week.
Yeah.
Man, now the fact that you've met Henry Winkler.
Yeah.
I gotta start moving. Attention, everyone. Let Kenny from Zoom know that we need him on the podcast. Kenny's not listening to this podcast. Get Kenny on Zoom, everybody. I swear to God, if I don't get Kenny from Zoom on the podcast by the 1-year anniversary of this podcast, either Kenny from Zoom needs to come on the podcast or I will eat a frog leg.
We got 6 months,
Raw.
people. Let's make this happen. 6 months.
6 months,
Let's
bitches.
go.
Hashtag we want Kenny.
We want Kenny.
We want Kenny. We want Kenny. We want